All right, my fellow Scorpios, welcome to this channel. If you're new to this channel is all about mindset for success and how to take your ideas and create products and services, how to build up your confidence to be able to accomplish your dreams and goals and move forward in the direction of your dreams. And so one of the advantages we have as Scorpios, and this is for anybody with Scorpio in their sun, moon, or rising. So if you have Scorpio in your sun, moon, or rising, when you check your astrology, this is for you. This message is for you. This is what we're going to talk about today is how do you utilize some of the attributes that you have as a Scorpio, and what are the hidden advantages that you have. So one of the hidden advantages is we're able to, at any given time, reinvent ourselves. We can create a new you, a new how you want to show up, just by taking some time off and really looking at where you're at and what do you want to do. And we're really, really talented in being able to create a new image for ourselves or to change our lives at any given time just by focusing on what we want to do and then putting action into that. And that is a hidden advantage. It's something that everyone can do, but some people, depending on your astrological sign, you have to work harder at it than for us. It's more natural. It's just kind of how we are, how we're wired. And I never used to look at that stuff too much, but as I started using astrology in part of the way that I do my goal setting, my planning, I'm looking at things like right now we're in a Mercury retrograde, and that's part of the thing. So it affects Scorpios with communication. So right now we tend to fumble our words and our message can get kind of mumbo jumbled. But understanding that, you can use it as an advantage of, okay, be careful when you're getting in front of people at this time of the year in a retrograde, especially this retrograde, because it's Mercury is affecting communication is one of the big things it affects for us. But understanding that now you can utilize that to your advantage, and understanding that you can reinvent yourself. This is a good time to take some time, step back and look at, okay, what kind of things do I want to tweak? And where am I going? What direction am I going in? How do I want to change things up? So that's one of our advantages, is being able to reinvent ourselves whenever we want. And I do this every couple of years. When you're looking at things that I'm doing and where I'm at now, I change it up. I'll repackage the way that I'm doing things and the way that I want to show up, because sometimes as you grow, you change and you become the new you, and become the new you because you know more things and you're better equipped now to show up in this way and to be able to present yourself and what you do and your knowledge in this way. So that's one of the big things that we have as a hidden advantage. Another hidden advantage that we should always take advantage of is this. As you see, the Mercury retrograde, it's kind of playing with me right now. It's messing with me. It's making it harder for me to be able to communicate in the normal way that I communicate. But that's okay, because we push through. When we focus on something that we want to do, it's our hidden advantage. We get laser focused and we get determined to do that no matter what's happening, no matter what else is going on. We don't let those things distract us. We stay focused on it, and it's an advantage that we have as Scorpios, that we can set a goal and we can follow it through. A lot of people set goals, but they never follow it through. They give up when it starts to get hard. They give up when things don't go exactly the way that they want it to. But we have that kind of determination that we're able to really push through and see it through and make something of it. And even if it doesn't become as big as we wanted, we accomplish it. We make something of it and we say, yes, we did that. We decided we were going to do it, and we figured out how we could do it and what we needed to do that. So if you have Scorpio in your moon, sun or rising, you have that natural ability. And what you need to do now at this time is really focus on that. Focus on staying focused on what you want to do and looking for ways to make it happen. Look for ways to make it happen. And it might be connected with people. It might be learning something, watching videos like this, but getting that inspiration and motivation to keep going even when things get tough. And we have that natural ability to do that because we're natural leaders. Like I found that all throughout my life, people would come and ask me for advice, ask me for perspective, for my viewpoint on things, and I would give it. And we're just like, people gravitate to you because you know stuff. So what I found is, and through studying, the astrology and understanding the sign of Scorpio, is that we're naturally insightful. We can see the bigger picture. So it's almost like you can see ahead of what's going to happen where other people can't see that far ahead. And we're able to do that. It's like a natural gift that we have, a natural talent. So our role in life is to take more leadership. And sometimes you'll find that people will just nominate you to be the leader even if you don't want to be. I find that in my personal life all the time. It always happens. And one of the reasons I got into coaching wasn't because I wanted to get into coaching, but people were always asking me for advice, and I would give advice, and then they would come back and tell me how great that advice was, or how they couldn't see what I seen until they talked to me, and then I showed them. It was like, for me, it was Captain Obvious, but for them, it was like big enlightenment. It's like, wow, I never could see that. And you'll find, because you're Scorpio as well, and we share that, you'll find that, I'm sure if you start to do some retrospective, you'll see that that's been happening to you a lot. And the more that you accept that, and the more that you take charge of that, then you can do a lot more things with it. You can make it an asset for you instead of a burden of people always wanting leadership from you. You can start to look at, okay, if this advice that I give all the time is really good, then maybe I can turn that into a business. I can, whatever thing it is that you're into, you can start to help people by helping them solve their problems, and then, charging a fee. And it doesn't have to be a lot of money, but charge something, get some compensation, some monetary compensation for helping them. So I always like to help people for free, for as much as I can. But if they need like more in-depth help, more in-depth insight into solving a problem, especially when it comes to like entrepreneur stuff, then that's when I let them know that, okay, I can do one-on-one coaching, or I have programs, on my website. I can do all those type of things to help them further, but it's going to take a little bit of my time to help them. So I need some compensation. So that is, an advantage that we have in being natural leaders and having that insight and being able to see that big picture as a Scorpio, that you can utilize that and turn it to your advantage, not take advantage of people, but instead of always everybody drawing from you and you to get nothing in return, you can start to say, okay, now I should get some compensation in return for helping you. And there's different ways that you can do compensation. There's monetary compensation. There's reviews. There's referrals. There's all type of things that you can do. But make sure that you're not just giving all the time, that you're getting something back. And start to understand that you're a natural leader. So people are always going to be coming to you for insight, for advice, for your perspective, because you see things differently than everybody else. And don't take it for granted. I used to take it for granted, think everybody sees this because it just came to me as normal. And I started to find out that no, the way I see things and these solutions I come up with, they're unique. They're not, everybody can't do that for whatever reason. They have talents in other areas that maybe I don't have talents in. But for problem solving, I really know how to solve problems when things come up, especially in business stuff. That's my real strength, and in sales, that's my real strength, and be able to help people to manage teams and help people to solve problems so that they can move forward and keep building their dream and keep achieving their goals. So those are the real strengths that I wanted to talk about in this video of, utilizing some of your traits of Scorpio and understanding how to use them, and when you should look at reinventing yourself and not taking these gifts for granted. Now, like I said, we're in a Mercury retrograde, so I find that like it affects me. I used to not believe in that stuff, but as I've learned more and more about it, I really noticed that how it affects me, and so when you're looking at your signs, and this is for any sign, when you're looking at your signs, look at what's going on right now and take that into consideration when you're planning to do your different things in your business or in your career or whatever it is that you're doing. Utilize that insight and make plans based on. So if you haven't started something new right now is not the time to start something new if you're a Scorpio. But the things that you've already started, continue to do those. Continue to do those and develop those, and take the prompts. Like, I get prompts all the time. One of the prompts that I received was, do some videos where you talk about, the advantage of being a Scorpio in how you use it in business and in career. Because I don't think a lot of people are doing that. And that's something that I'm good at. And I've utilized that in building up my business. I've utilized the fact that I'm Scorpio and some of the traits and how I find the advantage of using those. So I was prompted to start sharing that. And that's why I made this video. It's a little bit different than the other videos I usually make. And this is really specific to Scorpios and to people that have Scorpio in their moon, sun, or rising. Or if you really want to understand how Scorpios think, then yeah, you watch this video too. So if you like this video, find it useful, give it a like, subscribe to this channel. I'm going to do more Scorpio videos and teaching you how to use some of these attributes and some of these traits to your advantage to build up your career, to build up your success, and to have a happier, funner, and better life than what you're already having now. And how to push through some of the challenges that we get as Scorpios, especially, as the things change in astrology, as far as the, where the planets are for whatever month we're in, and how I deal with it, what I do to make that an advantage for me, and just use that as part of my planning and my strategy so that you can start to adapt it and use that as well. So that's it for this video. That's all I want to talk about. I hope that you found it useful. Like I said, if you did, give it a like, hit that like button right now, subscribe to this channel, and until next time, we'll talk to you again.